Hi, my name is Mary and this is Flat Rock Woods. This is my first video of ever doing this. We've been here for 5 years now and we have 10 acres in the Ozark area. We've opened 3 clearings now and I just want to show you around. Sorry if this video is really crazy. We have several flowers and plants. The lilacs are really in bloom this year. They look really great. And this is our driveway on down this way. And as you can see, kind of through the woods is a small little cabin that has a bed, small little fridge, and a microwave. We stay here for different weekends and weeks at a time and enjoying the neck of the woods of the Ozarks of Missouri. The white right there is an outhouse that we built a few years ago. And this here is a brand new clearing that we just had done over the weekend by our dozer guy. Cabin is a little messy. One of our boomerang lilacs are here, and it is growing really well. And here we have some walking onions. Show you the outhouse. It is also pretty messy. We hide our tools there when we're not in use. Good old picnic table. We also have gutters on the outhouse that will collect water. Big brown dirt pile way up there is going to be our shooting range. We also just got that done with our dozer guy. That big cage right there is 6 foot tall and it is going to protect one of our apple trees, which is a Fuji. Oh, I'll pan around and show you the water barrels. How about that? And there they are. That's panning into the backyard again. Good old fire ring and picnic table. There is more cages in the backyard. Also holding more fruit trees. And if you can see the 3 trees in the center of the screen, there is blackberries, and that's kind of the blackberry triangle that we've got growing on. Back up to the outhouse and the new clearing. We now have more grass to cut. That will also be a future spot for our shed, so we can have a UTV and a nice riding mower. Here we're coming down to the blackberries. Several of them are shooting off pretty decent. A lot of green, so it's kind of hard to see the blackberries in this video. One of the mini birdhouses that we have. That one, someone felt like needing a bigger hole. Another fruit tree. And here is a super size like rocket stove for us. We've cooked on it several times. We built it last year. And we're hoping to get to use it this time that we are down here. It is made of complete cinder blocks. It is 4 high with nice flat stones to make a nice flat surface. Have old grates from an old fire grill. And inside is some of the old ash that we've used from it. Pretty good cooking. So that is the main yard that we have here. This is our path going into Fat Rabbit Grove. We've got a couple of theas growing, and they are doing really well. We seem to have to cage everything or something will want to eat it. And there's another thea. And that is the pathway to Fat Rabbit Grove. This is us entering into Fat Rabbit Grove from the pathway. And this is going to be our orchard and garden area. As you can tell, we can drive down all the way this far. And we've got many, many things growing. Some not doing so well. Some are. This is another Athea. And we've got mulberries and blackberries and different apple trees. This is going to be a large goji berry we got from Starks a year ago. And it is doing well. We got some that look like little sticks. And they don't look like much, which you can barely even see the stick. But those are brand new plantings and starters from the local state nursery. See, this one's got some nice green. We're looking forward to having some of these grow. As you can tell, there's some nice fresh black dark spots, which we have put new trees. Got it open. We're thinking about putting a pond somewhere right in that opening there. Just a small one so we can kind of gravity feed the plants that we will have here someday. Some really large cages, some really small cages. Bird feeders. Gotta love the bird feeders. We have so many. Blue jays and cardinals. They are just so beautiful to see. Picnic table here. Whoops, almost tripped. And we just really enjoy being here. So this is Fat Rabbit Grove. Pathway we came in on right there. This is a tiny path coming from Fat Rock Grove going into the newest clearing that we just had done. Will be the hunting area for archery and gun season for deer and turkey. We got salt blocks out. We'll get some corn. Brian, my husband, he had deer hunted last fall and grabbed 2 of them. Right there's the corner fence post. Our land is in the shape of an L, and that is the corner of it. Right there between those 2 trees in the center of the screen is a pathway, which would be the Nightingale Trail. That takes you the north border of the land. There, the next opening look is actually the dry creek that goes through this land, and that's how we come up with Flat Rock Woods. Nice new opening. We've seeded it, and now we're going to hope for a nice gentle rain, so we'll come up nice and lush, just like our yard and the Fat Rabbit Grove. I will take you up that path. Here is the entrance for the Nightingale Trail. It takes you the north side of the land that we have, and it goes up and around the bend. It will be wide enough technically for a truck, but we are planning on just using an ATV. Goes up and over and around. To grandmother's house we go. I will push pause and you will see it later. Here's more of the trail. I just went up that one little bit of hill, as it curves around. This will take you to a future pond that we will build, and we will stock it full of fish to eat and just enjoy fishing. As you can tell, it has some major ups and downs and hill. And once we go down this and back up, that will be the pond area. And as of right now, there is a very small spring on the land also. We have a trail camera and a salt block, so we can observe the wildlife in this area. Up to the hill. Trail camera on the tree. Good old salt block. Can hear the squirrel running if you... And there it is. It's not too big. We're planning on making it just a tiny bit bigger so it can hold the water a little bit more. But over in that area where it kind of slopes down is where our thoughts are to put the pond. We will have the dozer guy come back and do a few test holes to see if that spot would be the best spot for it. And if not, he can look to see what would be best, and we'll go with his advice. So, nice and wooded. When we bought the place 5 years ago, it was nothing but woods. There wasn't a single clearing. And now we have cleared 3 areas: the yard, Fat Rabbit Grove, and the new hunting area. Sun is starting to set, so kind of blinding the camera just a tiny bit as I'm going back up the hill and going back into the hunting blind area. One of our markers that we did, so then we knew we wouldn't ever go past our property line. Neighbor has a fence. You can kind of see the poles. She has a nice horse and grazes along the line. Quite a horse country down here in the Ozark area. We love it. It's almost like a whole different world from where my husband and I both grew up. We were born and raised in Missouri, and yet it's different. Just so much woods, so peaceful. After it rains, this path will be a whole lot easier to get up and down. Because right now it's kind of chunky from the tracks of the bulldozer. I am so happy about having this path. It's brand new. We just got it built this weekend. And we'll have many more paths. I'd like to have one on each border for us, and several intercrossing. This is quite a hillside to go down. But once we go down this, we practically are in the hunting open spot. There sure is plenty of trees, rocks, and ticks. We have any one of those for sale, if anyone is interested. And there's the opening. Tree in the center of the screen, kind of lit up and glowing with the sunlight. That is what we have called the bone tree. And the only reason why we've called it that is because there was several pieces of bones along that area when we started hand clearing this area when Brian hunted this past fall. So we have several little nicknames of different spots and locations. So then when we talk about a spot, we know exactly what we're meaning. I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed watching and taking a walk with me. See you later.